from the creek. We actually have a creek along there, like a little drain. Then this gives you like an angular view. If you look closely, we see that we have ground floor car parking. You won't have issues with car parking in the corners. That's where you have the 3-bed masonettes for more space. Next slide, please. Title here is the Gazette. Anyone that subscribes here also gets a deed of assignment. Next slide. Now, onto our top-selling project, Carmen's Creek. A lot of us here have made so much money from Carmen's Creek. We started Carmen's Creek from as little as 29 million naira. An apartment here, 2-bed apartment, started at 29 million, 29.9, if I remember correctly. And today, this project is currently million naira. It speaks a lot about the appreciation value of this project. Please, a round of applause for Carmen's Creek. We sold that Carmen's Creek so fast. Now you need to ensure that you're telling your clients that we only have 1 block left in Carmen's Creek. It is perfect for investments. Whatever you put in here, triple, is going to double in a very, very short time. Like I said, we started at 29 million naira in the space of 1 year. We're now selling at 80 million naira. Now, let's overview of it. It has 4 blocks, block A, B, C, and D. It's going to also have a gym and a swimming pool. In fact, as I'm talking to you right now, the gym and pool is currently on 80% level. We are almost done with the gym and swimming pool. So that the first block is currently on the We're moving fast with construction. In no time, we're going to deliver Carmen's Creek and our clients can move in happily. Next slide, please. This is another view of the gym and the pool. The left side is the pool, the right side is the gym. You can see that the gym has panoramic glass, panoramic views given to you by the massive glass features we've imputed here at the gym. You can see the beauty from where you are. Next slide. Here is actually, we have a very good title here, a deed of assignment. And when you purchase, you also get a deed of assignment in your name. Next slide. Now we are back here at the waterfront communities, Olivia Views at Nathan's Bay. This comprises of both 1-bed going for 33 million, 2-bed going for 44, 3-bed apartments going for 49.5, and 3-bed masonettes going for 55 million. Now, next slide, please. Next slide. So what you can see here is a closer view of the apartments. You can see it's a high-rise, and this means you're really going to be getting the views that we're talking about. Now, this is giving you a clear view of the water. You're going to have 1-bed apartments on the ground floor, 2 beds in the middle, and the 3-bed masonette sits right on top, at the very top. So for those that want to have extra space, you also get extra views. So next slide, please. This is the Bayfront community, the plots we talked about. This is literally in front of the water. The very first thing that is facing the water is the Bayfront plots. So a plot of 300 square meters here goes for 40 million naira, and a plot for 500 square meters goes for 68 million naira. And everything that is seated right here, every community in this Nathan's Bay community has a CFO. We are proud of our CFO here. Tell your clients about the CFO here. It gives them some comfort, knowing that we have gone the extra mile to obtain a certificate of occupancy in this project. Now, this is an overview, like a layout of the project. The first thing you see when you come in here is the Jubilation Retirement Estate. That is for our senior citizens. That's the first thing you see. And we did it in this way so that they have easy access. If there's an emergency and they need immediate medical health care, they have easy access to the gates. So they are the first community by the entrance of this estate. Second thing you see is the Vista Views, Olivia Views. You can see that it's very, very, very accessible. Then those other larger portions are the plots. We have 5 Bayfront plots communities in this projects. Next slide, please. Okay, I love this particular slide. It gives you a more detailed visual effect of what we're trying to deliver here in Nathan's Bayfront community. This is the first roundabout access road. Gives you easy access to the other plots, other apartments, and other communities. Now, the first thing you see is the roundabout. On the right-hand side, you can see our recreational center. That's going to be the basketball courts. On the other side of the road, you see the clubhouse. That's where you're going to do your relaxation most of the time. Then around it, surrounding it, you have Olivia Views and other apartments around there. Next slide, please. Now, I'm going to be talking more about the jubilation retirement for our senior citizens. We also have apartments. It has a mix of both bungalows and apartments. So they can actually get a one-bed apartment here for 40 million, two-bed apartment for 50, two-bed semi-detached bungalows. So we have actually constructed sample units of the bungalows right here so that you can have a feel of what we're trying to deliver to you for your senior citizens, for your mom and dad, okay? Now, we have two-bedroom semi-detached bungalows with a BQ going for 65 million and a three-bedroom fully detached bungalow with a BQ going for 75 million. Then we talk about our premium fully detached three-bedroom bungalows. Those ones are costing 125 million for a reason, because they are larger, they are more spaced out in terms of room size, living room space, and the compound space. It also comes with a BQ, so they can also have additional help stay with them. So next slide shows an overview of the jubilation retirement. You can see that there's a roundabout that houses 5 bungalows around it. That's what we have done right here. There's a roundabout here that's going to have 5 bungalows, and then going further down, you see other bungalows in front and opposites. So next slide, please. Please go back one more, go back one slide. I need to explain something. Look, forward, yes, stop here. Take a look at the amount of greenery we've put in play. We know what it means to have enough greenery around the community, especially for our retired ones. This is going to contain almost 40% greenery to enjoy, that naturistic lifestyle that they're looking for. Next slide, please. Now, this is a proper pictorial example of the bungalows. The first one is the 3-bed, semi-detached. The first one is a 2-bed, the second one is a 3-bed, and the one under is our premium bungalows. You can evidently see the difference in size. The one beneath it is the premium 3-bedroom bungalows. In fact, you can call it almost a double semi-detached bungalow. It's as large as 2-in-1. That's what I'm trying to say. So in case you want your parents to have that extra luxury living style, they can easily go for the one under, the premium bungalow design. Next slide. So this is going to be the apartment view. Here at the Jubilation Retirement, like I said, it's not just bungalows, we have apartments as well. So this is the apartment, the entire ground floor is car parking. And then you have panoramic views with our glass windows and balconies on each apartment. So next slide, please. Title here on everything, like I said, is a CFO. Anyone that becomes a subscriber gets to receive a deed of assignment in their name. Next slide. Now, our hearts, literally, Olivia Gardens carries our heart at this moment, because the demand for anything on the mainland was so much. We were so excited to have to actually come across this plot of land. We were so excited. This is so central and so properly located in a way that is so accessible to Third Mainland Bridge. In fact, it's directly at Ogudu bus stop. You don't even have to go too far. This is located on Samuel Street. If you look at the design, we are really going overboard here with beauty and structure in design, okay? We're making sure that we incorporate wonderful balconies for extra views, extra ventilation. We're also ensuring that we incorporate a lot of greenery. In fact, if you go to the site today, greenery is already in place. we've planted the grass, we've demarcated the car parks, and we've also indicated where visitors' car parking will be. Now, every single person is going to have 2 car parking space allotted to their own units. And we've ensured that it's the entire ground floor, so there's no issue of car parking at all. So visitors will have a car park on the outside and also in the compound, so that you can also, attend to your visitors whenever they want to come around. So you can also get a 2-bed here and a 3-bed here. Only maisonates. A maisonette is sitting on 2 floors. It's so different from an apartment. You have your living room and the kitchen downstairs, and the bedrooms are upstairs, okay? So you have a 2-bedroom maisonette here going for 85 million, pardon me, and a 3-bedroom. This is a more panoramic view. Take a look at the design of this project. It's going to come to life in no time. Next slide. So the title here, we are so proud of this title. It's a global CFO. We do not joke with our titles here at Terra Developers. So we have a global CFO here, and anyone that subscribes gets a deed of assignments. All right, so next slide. On to our projects in Abuja. Olivia's Place was just like Carmen's Creek. We started very little and it's actually appreciated in a good amount right now. This is the closest project to the airport. For those that love easy accessibility to the airport in Abuja, you can get a 1-bedroom apartment here for 33 million, 35 million, a 2-bed apartment for 45, a 2-bed masonette with a BQ for 65 million, and a 3-bed masonette with a BQ for 70 million naira. This is still currently selling, although we have delivered a block here at Olivia's Place. In fact, our clients are living there happily while we, continue construction on the other sections of the blocks. Going forward, next slide. This is a more detailed view of what it's going to look like. You have enough compound space in the middle for easy driveway, in the middle of the estate. And on the right-hand side is another view where you see the car parking being coming to play. Next slide. So title here, one thing about Abuja. Title in Abuja is different from Lagos, but we always ensure to get the highest title wherever we are. So in Abuja, what is being allocated in Abuja is a federal house authority letter of allocation, and guess what? We have it. So thank you so much. Anyone that actually purchases here gonna get a deed of assignment and a survey plan. Next slide. Now this is Eric's Park. Eric's Park sold out like water. Eric's Park is located in Life Camp. We actually sold out our terraces here. We had 4-bed terraces available here, all gone. Now what is available currently is the 2-bed apartments going for 45 million. It also has, proper documentation. Next slide. Next slide. Next slide, please. All right, so we also have a lease development here, and there's also a survey plan that we're going to make available to you on request. Anyone that subscribes here also gets a deed of assignment. Next slide. This is Harbour House. Harbour House seated in the heart of Guzape. This is actually very, very pristine, private and secured location. You have 1-bed apartments for 75, 1-bed maisonettes for 80, and 2-bed maisonettes for 120 million. Next slide. Take a good look at this design. We aren't joking with our designs. Everything is well planned, well, thought after, well panoramic views on the balconies, beautiful design. Next slide. Now this is titled on Eric's Park. We have very good titles as well. Anyone that subscribes also gets a deed of assignment. Next slide. I'm trying to rush, pardon me. So our last project in Abuja is Amina's Hill. Also in Guzape around Kozak Church. It's actually seated on a hill. What you see there is what it is. So it's actually seated on a hill. We still have 1-bed loft here for 90 million, 2-bed loft here for 103 million. Next slide. This is a panoramic view of the terraces that we sold out. Next slide. Now, I'm going to be talking real quick about the payment plans. Next slide, please. This explains our two different payment options. We have a standard payment plan of 18 months, where you make a 30% initial deposit and spread the balance for 18 months. And then we have our second payment plan option, which is the mortgage option. Now, we have three different mortgage options. We have NHF, which is National Housing Funds. We also have FHF, which is Family Homes Funds. And then finally, the newest